we have 4 stages of settlement. Before you get married to bring a child into this world, you should make sure that you are sure of yourself.
That's right.
1, find truth or find God that is reliable to worship. 2, find a career or a skill or a business that will be able to sustain you using the truth you have found. The 3rd form of settlement is build a house or be able to pay for accommodation comfortably before you start talking about looking for a partner. That is the 4th stage of settlement, is getting married. But people who have not known anything, solved any problem for humanity, learned anything, the first thing it goes is, bam, I want to get married. There's something we are supposed to do as the 4th one in a row, hierarchically. You start it first. You are a confused man, marry a confused wife, then give birth to a confused children. Then you start looking for legacy. So you people called me, and you want me to talk about poverty.
Yes.
We have to talk about poverty in and out, holistically.
That's right. Hello viewers, welcome to another edition of the Truth Market. I am Divine Susie, and today we are here again for another Truth Market series, and I hope you are ready for us as usual. And I want to say you've been enjoying yourself, right? Because there are so many content, a lot of them so insightful, impactful, that has been dished out in this Truth Market platform, as much as can answer all the questions in your heart. And I know they have been solving a lot of problems, both spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and all otherwise. And that is why I always encourage you to make sure you stay put. Don't go anywhere. Always endeavor to make sure you watch this video till the end, because of course, you can never, any day, go without something. All right, before we proceed, I want to introduce the resource person for today and the person of the servant, D. Fanacho. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
All right, and so I want to welcome Bro Chedozie to the show. You're highly welcome, sir.
Yes, there is one peculiar thing that happened there. Last week I was with someone, the man was saying that there is no more truth in the country.
Yes.
I was surprised. I said, oh. Actually, it was prophesied by Amos later, Prophet Amos. I told him that truth is another.
Wow.
And check out the truth market.
That's right.
Said, take a look at the truth market, you see that everything is made up. And then this special situation where the country is falling apart now.
Yeah.
And we were made to understand what the servant called the scroll of humanity. What he said was that truth is the only thing that survives. Bad economy, hardship was cast up.
That is it.
So as the entire situation is going up and down, people need to come to the truth market.
Simple.
So that you get what we call restoration.
Thank you.
So we're inviting you people, come over.
That's right.
We're there.
That's right. So just forget about whatever that is happening in the society. Just come to the Truth Market to stabilize yourself, cushion your emotion, and all the ups and downs. All right, that's a very good one from Bro Chedozie. And also, Sister Fulfillment is also in the show, and I want to say welcome, man.
Thank you, Sister Susie.
All right.
Welcome our viewers for today.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming. Bro Chedozie has already nailed it. Truth is still available. Please come and have it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, we go straight ahead to the business of the day. And that's really brought us here, because if we look at the country and everything that is happening, yes, of course, it's as a result of the topic we want to talk about today. And this topic is a very, very major issue. And, what is putting a constraint and has become a matter of concern, both to the big and to the small. And that is the aspect of poverty. We're going to be looking at that concept, or that word, poverty. You see, almost or at a point, people are beginning to see poverty as a normal life, seeing it as a norm. Some sees it as their fate. Some sees it that, okay, they are destined to be so. Others look at it that there are people that are really actually meant to be rich and they are poor. But today we're going to as usual, because our resource person is in the house. And by the time he's done with you, you come to realize that actually nothing like such exists. But before we go there, we're really going to be asking him. I will not say what is poverty, because I believe everyone knows, but I just want to go straight to the point, as we all have put it. This thing called poverty, how do we overcome it?
Glory be to God. Thank you. Poverty, to a large extent, is an effect,
Okay.
not a cause. Then, why people are confused, trapped in poverty, and cannot get out of it, is because they do not know
Okay.
that it's an effect. So you cannot use a situation that causes a problem to solve a problem.
Take it again.
You cannot use a situation that caused a problem to solve a problem.
Wow. Wow.
You understand?
Yes.
You have to go and look for what created the situation.
Okay.
And when you find what created the situation, and handle it from that perspective by bringing a higher cause to the cause of the situation, then naturally it will visualize. So to a large extent, there is no one that can get out of poverty without understanding this.
Okay.
You understand?
So can you rephrase that statement? It's powerful.
There is no one that can get out of poverty
Okay.
without understanding these things, that poverty is a symptom or something is wrong by principles.
Okay.
Yes, something is wrong by principles and application. Then when you all know that poverty is a symptom of the fact that you are poor, in reasoning,
Good.
in mind, and in the spirit, which are the cause, not effect, then you will be able to come out of poverty. Then if you are treating poverty as a problem, you see that the more you are solving that problem, the more you are causing more problems. For instance, if government now say, okay, the society is poor, like the demonstration they are doing now, and begin now to share money to people.
Yes.
The situation is that after sharing money to people, one, they're going to skip up their hands. Two, they will use it to destroy themselves.
Okay.
Three, they cannot manage it. Why? Because they don't have what it takes
Okay.
to have money, to maintain money, to sustain money.
Okay.
Then if the society begin now to clamor and say, okay, we want to eradicate poverty in a government sense and the agitations of the ignorance and the illiterate, who do not know that poverty is a cause, and said, okay, let us give job to every person. We start 1,000 jobs, 10,000 jobs, I employ 10,000 jobs. You still have not done anything. Why? Because when the person is, the more you pay a person, the more he becomes lazy and the more he destroys himself. If that payment, the person did not really merit it or understand what money is for,
Yes.
and what to use money for. Because if you begin to pay somebody 100,000 naira as a minimum wage,
Yes.
because you have created a job for the society,
Okay.
and there's someone who has not been morally trained, who has no truth, when you give him the 100,000 naira, it will be a time he's going to go and marry 3 wives.
Okay.
It will be a time on Saturday he's going to sleep in the hotel and go for clubbing. Then on Monday he will come obediently to work with you. So you find out that you have created a job, but you have destroyed a life.
That's powerful.
Yes,
Creating a job.
and destroying a life. So the most important thing to eradicate poverty is to develop human soul, human life, and make them to be thoughtful and know that value is greater than money.
Okay.
And pay attention and know what is money for. A person who does not have the power to make right decision does not need money.
Wow. I hear this.
At level we will come to this.
Yes,
So
yes.
money goes to only those that have the power to make a right decision. Because if you don't have the power to make a right decision and you have money, then the money will destroy you because you continue making wrong decision. So it's like giving a child who is 10 years a car key to ride a car, or giving him Kalashika or AK-47 gun to fire. He will kill somebody. Or giving a robot a gun and say, if you see anything that has blood, shoot. Or give a robot gun to shoot. Alright? Then robot will kill the owner.
That's it.
As long as the owner comes, he will not say this is the person who manufactured it. He will fire the person. Because he doesn't have that regulator to understand how to use it. Look at all the children that were raised in a rich and wealthy family. How is their life? Which we said that we are saying this to parents. What physical inheritance is destructive? So what matter in what your child inherits is not what you left for the child, but what you left in the child.
Child. Wow.
When you leave something in the child, he will go and make his own money based on his personal experience, generate emotion, and tune his frequency in pursuit of money based on his capability to solve problems.
Yes.
So coming with this light now, a poor man is a person who does not know how to solve problems. I think that's the shortest definition.
Yes.
To solve a problem, or a person who knows how to solve a problem but does not know how to handle money when he gets money.
Wow.
So it is possible.
So it is going in two ways now. One, the capacity to solve a problem. Then when you start solving problem and you are being paid,
Yes.
then maintenance
Okay.
of
Now,
the money. And there are people also, that's three ways, who know how to save money, to maintain money, and know how to solve problems, but they don't know how to market their value.
okay.
That's how to make money then.
How to market their value, to convert. This is not making, it's conversion of your skill, your value, your worth to money.
Okay.
And that is the reason why we are suspecting religion. In fact, we are accusing them. The government as well. Because anybody who is eloquent
Yes.
and know how to intimidate people can make the society poor. How can you make the society poor? You go to people who have skill, but they don't know how to convert their skill to value. You flash money to them and talk to them, they will surrender all their talents to you. Then they start making money for you and start eating peanuts. Like someone who went to university, studied for 7 years, and gets employed, paid school fees all through his time, and gets employed, and he is being paid 80,000 naira. Then 80,000 naira after 30 days is 80 divided by 30. Then you find out that a day he is earning like 2,050 naira, 500 naira a day. The whole 7 years you spend in university, what you are receiving is 2,500. And your upkeep when you were in university was more than 2,500.
Wow.
So you now graduate
Yes.
and be paid 2,500
500.
naira per day.
Okay, Daddy.
Now you find out that these are the people
Yes.
who have something, but they don't know how to convert it,
Their value.
their value, into money.
Okay. So that is where I'm going now.
Yeah, so they have been robbed off
Okay.
of that confidence and the power of what they can do.
Wow.
Then an engineer or a contractor or a pastor in the religious sense, all right, will come and get a job, get you employed to start working. He will pay you peanuts. You are the mason who laid the block. Engineer is just there, sitting, telling you, put this one to this, put that to this. I'm coming. I have another appointment somewhere.
Yes.
You go seminar, go crusade, go everywhere, come back and check whether you laid the block fine, and you roof it. He didn't put anything. But because he has the power to, he knows how to convert his value, intellectual property, he knows how to convert it into money. He intimidated you who do the highest job.
Wow.
Yes. Intimidated you who do the highest job. And if you use one big grammar to confuse you and give you a gift, you forget about yourself. He will package himself, you become afraid. But in reality, you are the one who is doing the job.
Okay.
You see?
Yeah.
So that's why we are saying it comes in three ways. People who don't know how to maintain money.
Yeah.
2, people who don't have the power to solve problems. 3, people who don't know how to convert their skill to money.
Okay.
Who does not have bureau de change. That before you use my time and use my energy and skill, this is the exchange rate.
Okay, sir. Yes, yes.
Understand?
Yes.
This is the exchange rate. So all these things are the things that causes poverty. But the greatest part of it is laziness. People who do not know how to solve problem that become the poor person. So poverty being an effect, you continue laboring, trying to solve that problem, but the more the problem you are trying to solve the problem, the more the problem is multiplying. I'm going to give you an illustration of what I mean by cause and effect.
Okay.
And a principle of making money, which is the spirit behind making money, which people don't look at. One day, my brother came recently last week and he told me the experiment I made with them when I finished my secondary school. And I was tutoring them experimentally on how to be thoughtful in life, to use your mind and use your brain. So I called him, Chidubem and Anthony. I said, you people should go to the tank outside. We came to our tank outside. I put clothes inside it. I opened the tap. And I asked them that this tap now, I don't want a drop of the water to drop
Okay.
on the floor. So when it is filled to the brim, you stop it, whatever you are going to do, to make the water to stop flushing.
Okay.
So Anthony was inside. I called Chidubem out so that one will not know the formula of the other person.
Okay.
So the thing got finished. I said, Chidubem, okay, don't allow a drop to do. Then what he did was he quickly used his hand and covered the tap and closed it and removed hand. Nothing dropped. I called Tony. Tony came out and the water was rushing and I said, close it. He struggled to close it. He could not. He started trying to close it. The more he's trying, the more the water is falling. So now he failed the exam. Now the question now is that the other person treated cause. The other one was treating effect.
Okay.
His emotion and attention was the pouring of water. How do I stop it?
Yeah.
So the more he's trying to stop the water from pouring, the more it is pouring. So the more you are struggling not to be poor, the poorer you become.
I hear
But
this.
a person who knows the principles of poverty does not need to struggle to be rich. The only thing he knows is put these principles in place and money begin to flow. You get the point? Okay, so that principle is that this person now know that immediately I cover this, everything about the water will stop. So if you go to principle and hold principle, everything about poverty will disappear.
Exactly. Wow.
Without you praying, without you fasting, without any gyration. So which we further to say in our teaching, that every poor man has what he used to maintain poverty. So poverty itself has a principle, but it has a negative principle.
Does it mean?
Then a rich man has a principle, which he has to maintain wealth,
For a strange person,
which is positive principle. The laws, the principle. Now let's break it down. What is the principle? The principle is the spirit behind anything you do, which is the creative and causative power behind every effect. You understand?
Yes, sir.
So when you put the conditions on ground, you go and sleep, just like the principles of corn. If you plant corn on a fertile ground, you don't need prayer, you don't need fasting. It will grow after 3 months or 4 months, it will give you a comb of corn. So why people are praying to be rich and fasting to be rich is because they are lazy and stupid and religious. They don't know the principle. If you get the principle, you don't go to church, you become a billionaire.
That is it.
Because in every good principle and perfect principle, God is there.
Okay.
And in every negative principle, Satan is there.
Okay.
So Satan now is the one generating the principle of poverty, while God is the one generating the principles of wealth.
Okay.
So it is disgraceful that a person who claims to be worshiping God is poor, and a person who is worshiping Satan is rich. So if positive principle comes from God, right? So every Christian is supposed to be rich, but religion has made them dull and incomplete. So now you ask me what is principle? Principles of, which one do I discuss? Principle of wealth or principle of poverty?
Okay, so it's that of poverty.
The principle of poverty.
so we tell
Now,
you.
principle of poverty is lack of savings, insincerity with your skill. Productions of substandard products, lies in your business, cheating people, not saving, drunkenness, using the money you will have used to grow your business for smoking, drinking, womanizing, using the money which you should have saved to build your business to go and build house in the village. So when you finish doing all those things that does not promote and grow your business, you are bound to be poor. So you have obeyed the principles of poverty, and that's why you are poor. So the opposite now is the principles of wealth. So as long as you begin to know that any money that comes from your business, that your business is an entity, you must respect your business and see your business as a living thing.
Yes, sir.
Which you will not take money the business generates to go and solve any problem without taking permission from the business. And in taking permission from that shop, you will take it based on principle. Shop, 10% come to you every month.
Okay.
100%, 90% come to you every month. So take it. Then I don't want to borrow from you, shop, because you are alive.
Yes.
I'm seeing you as an entity,
Okay.
existing entity.
Yeah.
So you respect it. No matter how they press you in the village to come for Thanksgiving and naming ceremony and the bumefi and the burial and all that, you will never, because your shop have not permitted that. So these are the principles. When you begin to say, now when you do business with people, you never tell lies, which we said in the financial class. You can only cheat a man once. One person you cheat or fake product you say to somebody can make you to lose 20 customers you don't know.
Exactly.
And one person you thief or relate in business with integrity and sincerity will make you to gain 30 customers you have not known.
That is true.
Because when this person is going out, he's telling other people that this guy he has integrity.
Yes, sir.
Now you have integrity. Then when you cheat people as you are going out, don't go to that mad person. There is a criminal.
Yes.
So you build goodwill over time, you find out that money will be coming.
Wow.
Naturally. So these are the principles. Principles are the situation you can put on ground to attract something,
Okay.
which is an effect.
That's right.
Understand? Like if you are standing now and I push you, my pushing you is a cause. Your falling is an effect.
Okay.
So you must fall when I push you.
That's right.
So, but if
Powerful.
you see, so what we were explaining about cause and effect.
Effect.
So which one is more important? Falling or pushing?
Pushing.
Pushing.
Pushing is more important. If I don't push you, you will not fall.
That's true.
If I push you, you fall. You see? So now, that money is the fall. The pushing is the principle.
Okay. Wow.
You have spoken to this at the time when you are in the lifeguard. That's what you said about the type of spirits, type of principles,
Yeah,
the physical and the moral principles.
yeah.
So what we mean now is that doing business with a sincerity is that moral.
Yes. We have abstract value and concrete value. You understand? Abstract value and concrete value. But these are the major things, the breakdown of what you call principle. So if you want to be rich, there is an invisible, just as I said, that every principle has spirit. So that you're just doing business. No, there is a spirit monitoring business, and there is a spirit monitoring poverty. There is an invisible hand regulating poverty, and there is a visible hand that is monitoring poverty, which people being poor is to the growth and advancement of that kingdom, and people being rich is the growth and advancement of the other kingdom. Now, in a situation where you are not following the principles of wealth, that spirit will sack you
Okay.
and tell you, we can't work with you because you are not obedient to the principles and the rules of wealth. So you are not doing like us. Then it will now chase you out without government knowing, without anybody knowing. Then you become poor.
Oh, okay.
Then when you are in poverty, you stop drinking and stop womanizing and stop using your money to arrest people and cause problems and stop cheating people. Satan monitoring that thing will say, no, we can't work with you. Why we are giving you this money is for you to lavish it. Now we will give it to you, want to save it. So we are now going to sack you and push you to the kingdom of the riches because we are not keeping our principle.
That's right. That's right.
You see? So if you want to try this now, go and learn, listen to our messages, or go to Lifeguard and get Life Above Money. Right? Now, understand all the principles of wealth and keep to it. Satan will sack you.
Wow.
You get your money, you don't go clubbing, you don't go drinking,
Yes.
you don't go smoking, you just keep it.
Don't spend
No. We'll tell you, no, we don't want to continue with you in poverty kingdom. Go to the rich people and join them. You are too wise. That is what Psalm 119 is saying. Make me wiser than my enemies. So if being rich is your enmity, all right, then become wiser than being rich and follow religion. Where in time you're supposed to go to work, you go to church and start praying. Now you are wiser than the spirit of wealth. Then you must be poor. Then leave religion alone, leave praying and fasting, night vigil and everything. Leave it alone. become wiser than religion.
Yes.
And go and make your money and save it. Then you have become wiser than poverty. So for you to conquer poverty, you must be wiser than poverty. And for you to be wiser than poverty, you must learn the principles of wealth. So the principles of wealth is not taught in the church.
That is it.
That's where I'm going.
Okay.
It's not taught in the church, in religious churches.
Exactly.
They don't teach the principles of wealth. What they teach is principles of poverty.
That is it.
Yes.
Based on the activities they do.
Yeah.
Both on the activities and the fasting and all that. So they are teaching you the principles of poverty. Pray, nowhere. Fast, nowhere. You sow seed, nowhere. There is no way you can be removing and think you'll be gaining.
Okay.
You get the point? Yes. So everything is ruled by principle. And God is in every good principle.
Exactly.
So if you really want to be a true worshiper of God, you must be a rich person. Because all those good principles that sustain you in abundance,
exactly,
not in lack, you keep to them, you become a rich person. And a multi-millionaire.
Wow. Okay, I want to come this way.
Okay, go on.
Okay. From your explanation, it shows that you shouldn't spend money until you are rich.
Yeah.
Or you are, yes, you're comfortable. So
you should know there's a difference between spending money and wasting money.
Okay, that's what I'm doing now. Because somebody will say, won't I eat? Won't I, like, if somebody died, won't I bury my person? Won't I do this? Won't I do that?
Okay. Now, we say don't use money until you are rich, which we're going to use a common language. Don't spend money until you are rich. Because if you say we don't waste money until you are rich, people might not understand. Why? Because any money you are putting out from your business goes out and never comes back. If you didn't invest it into that business.
Okay.
But if you are careful in wasteful expenditure, like the burial you're talking about, then you find out that a point will come. You might not even go to village. But money which you'll be raising in business will be so sufficient for you to take care of any need that will come. So you start now spending based on overflow, not struggling. So you should first allow your business to grow and be able to meet all your needs. When business begins to meet all your needs, even if you start business today, you have to cut your coat according to your size. You'll be spending money, even on your needs, but don't go beyond the boundary till you are able to stand. Let me teach this principle I have taught so many people. If you start off with the business as a business person, go into savings.
Okay.
Just like a student. Experiment the business for like 6 months or 1 year. Let your people calm down about putting a request to you. Because if you are in prison, they will not demand money from you. If you are in school as a student, they will not demand money from you. Right? Yes. If you are not born in the family, they will not die.
Yes. Yes.
Do you understand that?
Yes.
So let them assume that you are in prison. Number one. Number two, let them assume that you are not born in the family. Let them assume that you are a student. So that within the first 2-3 years you started business, you grow the business so that your income would be able to meet their needs. And how do you do that? When you start business and your business begins to make money, maybe you are making 100,000 naira every month as profit, or 200,000 naira profit every month. Each month, open account for your family. Take 40,000 naira out of it. So whether they demand within the framework of that 40,000 naira or did not, just keep it there. Any month they did not demand for anything, in the next month, just put the 40,000 there. If it comes in 3 months, they demand, how much have you saved?
That is 120.
120,000. Okay. If they demand 50,000 naira, don't even hesitate because it's their money.
Yes.
Give it to them. They demand another 50,000 naira, don't hesitate, give it to them. They come and demand 30,000 naira. Hesitate, give them 20.
Okay.
Give them 20 because the money you allotted for them has finished. No matter how they press, this one is no longer your money. Because you too, as a business person, when you misbehave, you can't go to a bank and collect money over what you deposited.
That is it.
So this is what you do. Then, if they don't demand within that point, you continue increasing it as your income is increasing. If they don't demand and you have up to 1 million, just keep it for them. That's what so many of us are doing today. Many of them think that we have bastard money.
Yes.
Why? Because the money set aside for them, it has accrued cumulatively. And they don't know. Because if they knew, every month they must make sure they get it. They don't know. Yes, but you know. So when they now say, hey, Uncle, I need 30,000 naira for my this, I transfer. I need 100,000 naira. None of them have ever demanded for money, I complain. But there was a time nobody called me because I was a student. Because if I were not born, they would not die.
Yes.
Because I was. Yes. You see?
Yeah.
So these are the principles that make somebody a successful and a business person, a rich person. So, then if you ignore this, then you are operating in the principles of poverty. We have asked time without number in so many of our financial teaching. We say, why is it that bitter leaf does not grow a big tree? It's not a case that a bitter leaf does not grow a big tree. The reason why a bitter leaf does not grow a big tree is because it is being plucked every now and then.
Okay.
So while other trees are growing,
Hands are going on.
hands are there,
Exactly.
pulling it down. As you want to rise, you pull it down. Rolling, you pull it down. In the evening, hey, Chika, go and fetch vegetable for cooking. And another person will come from the yard, and say, please, I am cooking. I want to take some for my food. It's okay, go and fetch. You will go and fetch.
Yes.
This is the way they will be running Peter Leaf down. It will never grow a big tree.
Wow.
So as a neighbor comes to collect, that's how friends are calling you. Meet me in beer parlor. Meet me in beer parlor. I'm going for Thanksgiving. I'm going for child dedication. I am going for burial. My mother has died. My uncle has died. So every day you are in the village, like a bitter leaf tree. From the same business. So how do you think you are going to survive as a business person? Do you understand that?
Yes,
But allow yourself to grow. I used to tell them so many business people who don't know. They say, hey, what you do to people, they will do to you. I said, okay, how do you mean? If you are going for people, when you have a need and you are doing something, if somebody died for you, then they will come. I say it's a lie. Leave them, make your money. If Ali Godagote say he's burying his father and he wants to post, even if he didn't invite you, will be there.
Not identify with him.
Yeah? Because you want to identify with him. Seek you first the kingdom of money and his principles.
Yeah.
And every other money will be given to you. So the kingdom of money is you understand?
Yes.
Immediately you understand all these things and play in this, you and somebody don't have any story to tell. Understand? Now, the much you can do as a business person is to pay your tithes.
Okay.
But every other generation, no. The reason you are going to pay your tithe is because if where you are paying your tithe to is a spiritual, if it is a spiritual force, it makes your plan to work effectively for devourers not to come and tamper with your money.
Okay.
And set up angels that will be able to work in your favor to dismantle everything that will be a loss for you, because you are partnering with God. You are partnering with the movement, advancement of the society, just like we do. No money comes to our hand stays. We use it for capacity development. You understand? So I think these are the things which people should know about the principles of money, just as you people rightly asked me.
Okay. Okay, so I want to draw you a little back.
Okay.
You said something about a poor man. Okay. You said something about a poor man. You said a poor man is a person who doesn't have the power to solve problems and who cannot market his values.
Yes.
Now, a lot of persons listening might be saying, but I've been solving problems. So I really want an elaboration on that, not having the power. What does it mean for someone not to have power to solve problem? And what is the meaning of solving problem? So that it doesn't, it will not be misunderstood with, somebody is sick, you pay for the hospital bill.
Okay.
So
now, solving problem, if somebody is sick, right, and you pay for hospitals, then to hospital bill, that is not the solving problem we are talking about. Solving problem we are talking about is problem that can do what? Can be able to meet the needs of people.
Okay. Such as
a skill, which the skill you learn over time.
Okay.
Now, somebody learns tailoring.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
Then you are now sewing clothes for people. You are solving problem, which should be exchanged for money.
Thank you.
Then somebody is in hospital, you give money. There is no exchange there.
Okay, the second thing is the exchange.
Exchange.
That's solution we have
Yeah.
provided.
So if you keep on giving for hospital bill, you run your business down.
Okay.
Because there is no exchange. You run your finances
Down.
because there is no exchange. To a large extent, I don't want to go there.
Okay.
But the person, you are paying the person's hospital bill in means of assistance. You are not even helping the person. And that is that effect you are talking about. Why are you not helping the person? Why is the person not rich?
To be able to take care of
To be able to take care of his hospital bill. Why is he not rich?
Wow.
Because he too does not know how to solve a problem. Don't forget that 80% of sickness is an abuse of nature. So, so I don't want to go deep. But if we should treat life holistically as it is, we can talk from now till next 100 years. We are still explaining what people need to know and the damage religion has caused to humanity by programming them erroneously. You understand? So if you should be paying somebody's hospital bill, you'll be paying it on the way that you are rewarding this person. I don't want you to use your money. Let me use my own money because you have given me something that is more than the money I'm paying for you in the hospital bill. So it should be a reward, not in a beggary form, which we say religion make begging to be a right, not a privilege, and make giving to be a privilege, not a right. You're not supposed to beg for somebody to pay. You are paying hospital bill to who? Maybe to your mother. Then when you are paying hospital bill to your mother, you are still paying it that in the way you are rewarding your mother for taking care of you, for having trained you. So she made you or he made you. Then you are paying as a reward. Not somebody in the street who is an alcoholic, a womanizer, a smoker, and a drunkard. When he has a kidney problem as a result of the alcohol, and drugs he has taken, he come to the A and begin to look for assistance, for donation. Then if you heal him kidney, what will he be doing with his life?
Go back to his vomit.
You go back to his vomit because you have not treated the cause.
Okay.
So this effect we are talking about is what religion is causing. You know, they solve problem is still there.
Yes.
Because they treat effects, they don't treat cause.
Okay.
You know, what makes you a beggar? When you were youthful and active, what were you using your time 24 hours for? Before you go to the extent of not saving money till the hit you had. Do you know that before you fall sick, like me now, supposing I will even fall sick, before you fall sick, people you have raised when you were healthy will be able to fly you anywhere in the country. But because you have not helped any person, then you want to go to someone to give you money. And at what age? These are people who are maybe 70, 50, 40, 30. So the whole of your 30 years, you've not contributed anything to society. You have not changed any life because your own life is not changed. Till after drinking alcohol, you have a problem. Let us be realistic to the core. And you find out that the society is living fake life. It's only truth that can set them free. And we have to face the reality. You understand?
Yes.
Now, you give the person money, he went for that treatment. Then you tell me that a child is your child that is sick, is a child, is the sick, and that's why you are begging for money outside. Now, why did you bring a child into the world without preparing financially to take care of them? Understand? Now, let's go down to the roots. We have 4 stages of settlement. Before you get married to bring a child into this world, you should make sure that you are sure of yourself.
That's right.
1, find truth or find God that is reliable to worship. 2, find a career or a skill or a business that will be able to sustain you using the truth you have found. The 3rd form of settlement is build a house or be able to pay for accommodation comfortably before you start talking about looking for a partner. That is the 4th stage of settlement is getting married. But people who have not known anything, solved any problem for humanity, learned anything, the first thing he goes is, bam, I want to get married. There's something you are supposed to do as the 4th one in a row. Hierarchically, you start it first. You are a confused man, married a confused wife, then give birth to a confused children. Then you start looking for legacy. So you people called me, and you want me to talk about poverty.
Yes.
We have to talk about poverty in and out, holistically.
That's right.
To tell you. So solving problem is in this situation. You have invested your 24 hours, your attention, and your thoughts in focus to learn something that will make you to come to the society and begin to solve their problems. They meet their needs and do something somebody wouldn't have done without you. Then when you now begin to do what somebody would not have done without you, the person will now use a part of his time, a part of his money, and buy your time and pay you for that.
Exactly.
You get the point?
Yes.
Then people who do not know how to convert their time into money are the people now. Are you getting my? I think I'm responding to your question.
Yes, sir.
Are the people now who says, okay, I finished learning how to do this thing, to be a mason, a bricklayer. Hey, my uncle is building house. Let it be my own contribution. You go, you work from morning till night. Uncle will give you food. Uncle that did not train you in school, did not train you in the school, I will teach you how to be a mason person. Then he will greet you, give you food. Tomorrow you come, again the same thing. Then tomorrow they said, okay, yeah, we are doing something, you go. You are home, you are contributing your time without anything in reward. Let's take, for instance, now, what happened in this church. Do you know that we don't pay anybody here to do anything in the church? You ask me why?
Yes.
The reason is because if you come here as a child, as a youth, we take the responsibility of your life. Fix you on a job to learn, a skill to learn, we spend on you till you stand. Then when you stand, whatever you are doing to church is fun you are catching.
Exactly.
Because you have gotten something that will make you to interact with the society. So as you are making money with society, at your casual time, then you come and serve in the church. How many times? 3 times, 2 times a week. Then all other 7 days, 5 days is for you. And that day you are going to come to work in the church is only for 4 hours max.
That's it.
You go and start using your time for something. So you give people value, train them, give them reason. So when they go, any service they are rendering for you is an exchange. Just as we have discussed how religion makes people poor. You come to a church looking for a job, they ask you to sow a seed. Where did you get the money from? Now when you are asking me to sow a seed, who's supposed to sow a seed in the life of people? Is it a man of God or the congregation?
That is it.
The reality is that it is the congregation, it is you that have to sow the seed in the life of a congregation.
Okay.
And what is the seed you are going to sow? The word of God, the creative power of God, just as we are saying.
Yes, sir.
Teach you the principles of making money. Go and cultivate it, because we have given you a seed. Cultivation is action. According to the 7th laws of truth. It says truth is made alive by action and application.
Exactly.
So when that person now go and cultivate that thing which you gave to him as a principle, and after planting it, it will now bear fruits, he become a rich person. He brings fruits to you.
Yes.
So seed begins from you.
Yeah.
When Jesus was discussing the parable of the sower, was it money was thrown on the ground?
No.
It was what?
Seed.
It was the word of God. Give you the principle. Now let me just narrow it down to here. I will not call name for the sake of uncle, southern uncle, you know. Yes. Uncle, I need money. I'm too rich. Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
Are we getting the discussion?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now, he came first. He was the first person that came. And told me, Daddy, I don't know what is happening. I said, what is that? He said, my business is not moving. And the person that is bringing wood for me in timber, if I make a request, the other people, 2 people, he will supply them before he supplies me. So he delays. You find out that my own consignment will stay like 2 weeks before it arrives. I said, then what do you want me to do? He said, I should pray. I said, me pray for you. Yeah? Me pray for you. And the worst is that when he gets, you take 2 months before you finish selling 1 trailer load of this thing. I said, okay. I just went to my this thing. I brought a biro. Then we'll begin to talk. Now I told him, there's something you're missing, not prayer, not fasting. Say, go and find out what those people he pay more attention to are doing. There is a language they are speaking. You are not speaking. You want to use friendship to do what money could do. I say, go and find the language they are speaking. That guy that is giving you that, he came to Abuja not to know you.
Yeah.
Or to have you.
Yes.
He came to Abuja to make money. So the only language he hears is money. Go and soften his ground. It's not bribery.
That is it.
Go and soften his ground. Then he now know that you are performing based on action. You find out that when you begin to soften his ground,
Exactly.
he will listen to you more than those people.
It's true.
Those people he's listening to, they are not related, but they are related by money,
That's
the language. Imagine going to Ethiopia and listen and hear somebody speaking Igbo as an Igbo person.
Yeah.
He become who.
Exactly.
So he came to Abuja, he's looking for somebody who speaks the language that brought him to Abuja, which is money. So that one impacts. I said, true. When you bring your goods, go and go for market survey. If those people that are selling in the same arena are making profit of 10 naira by selling 20 naira or something that costs 10 naira,
Yes.
they start selling 15 naira.
Make profit of 5 naira.
Yes. If they ask you, tell them that your uncle is there, because the person bringing the wood should be your uncle.
Uncle, sure.
Your uncle is there. Anytime I demand, he gives to me. So it's just a turnover to keep ourselves busy, so that they will take you as mumu while you are making your money.
Yes.
Now, what makes money is turnover,
Exactly.
not the profit in making one. So, after telling him there, this month, he paid a tithe of 110,000 naira. He hit, for the first time, he hit 1.1 million naira profit.
Can you imagine?
He came to a covenant there and telling me that this thing is what?
Just on the principle. Wow.
Based on what? On principle.
Glory.
In 1 month.
Glory.
1 month. He told me, Daddy, if I have known this thing before, by now I would have knocked all these people off. I said, look, look at you. You see? So he was struggling because he was treating effects. Hey, I called you on phone to bring wood for me. You did not bring wood. Where are you? It's like you are disrespecting me. You know we are friends. Woo! You will complain. You do the same thing and come and tell you, please don't get angry. I'm trying to meet up. Now, do we take it one at a time? People who have made millionaires here. Okay, what of Mama Ejima, who started business with 1,500 naira? And I told her she's cooking up bamboo nuts. I got it in peanuts. Okay? Bamboo nuts. I said, okay. He started with 1,000. Then Nigeria has not soured as it is now in cost of things. A mudu was like 800 naira. Now he got a mudu of and started hawking it. Now she started making some savings. This attaché, daily contribution we are doing, started making savings. Now, it got to her turn, and they gave her 300,000 naira. So when she came, we are sharing this thing for
as
the
a
good
testimony.
of all. The truth is for everybody.
Yes.
So we are unlocking the principles of wealth.
That's right.
And closing the doors of poverty. Is that okay?
Exactly.
Right. So now she came to me and told me that she has made 300,000 naira from the contribution. Is her own turn. I said, okay. What do you want to do with it? He said, my mother is sleeping in the thatch house. I have to go and build a house. I said, Mama Juma, I said, if you start building a house, you build the house, the next 10 years you are still building.
That is it.
Because it was not the house that gave you the money.
Yes, sir.
And you cannot rent a house you built in the village. And even if you can rent, you are not an estate developer. You are an parceller. Is that okay? So what you are going to do, use this 10,000 naira, 300,000 naira, do storage. And what you are going to store is okpa. So that if the year goes bad, that there is no market, then you cook the okpa, sell it, and make profit out of it. So you can never lose money. She said, okay. She did the storage of 300,000 naira of bamboo nuts. The next 6 months, he doubled 600,000 naira. A common of a person is now controlling things. I said, take back again. He now stored bamboo and nut and millet. He doubled 2 points, 1.2 million. She came and explained to me. I said, yes, now you come. He said, what of our building in the village? I said, hold it down. He said, okay, I want to take 40,000 naira to buy foam and take to my mother. I said, take 200,000 even.
Yes.
Go and spend. Come back to our duty post. And this is what the woman was doing. Before you know, she become a multi-millionaire. Now, at the end of the day, she migrated from there to another business, from another business to another business. Now, storage she's doing is in millions. And he went to Ida and bought Ida Polytechnic, bought a land, 5 million naira, paid cash, built a hostel to 12 units of self-contained.
Glory.
Why? It was the foundation we laid the day we discussed.
That's
I
right.
say if you want to run away from poverty, continue working. The day you have 12 self-contained, this was about 2 years or 3 years ago. The day you have 12 self-contained, if they are paying you 200,000 naira for it, pay that self-contained per year, that means you earn 200,000 naira every month, whether you work or did not work. Did you get this principle now?
Yes.
Because you don't buy fuel for house and it will be there for a lifetime. So you can even stop working if 200,000 naira per month is okay for you.
Yes, sir.
Now today, within 3 months, 3 years, he was able to accomplish that exactly as I said it. Am I not a prophet?
Yeah. That's right.
Am I not a prophet?
You are.
Based on what?
Principle.
Permutation. Permutation. But if I were to be religious, what would say? I decree. Now, even that money she got like 300,000. What am I going to tell him? Try God. Do what? Try
God.
Bring 150,000 naira and challenge God. He loves doing. He loves doing. Now she will be bringing.
Wow.
I will ask her, why are you taking your money to me? Have you forgotten the Lord that blessed you? Then we will shake it.
Yes.
She will still be running around in circles.
It's true.
I was with the daughters yesterday, on Thursday. They were telling that the mother never speak anything without saying, if not because of the servants. Last year she told me she took all her children and said, this one is not, I'm buying clothes for you. Go, pick anything you want to pick. Like monies, like. Are you not the estate developer who he bought a plot of estate land from you, right?
Wow.
4 million naira.
Wow.
4 to 5 million naira. Now, life. When I told her about, okay, you have migrated, go on and start buying estate land. He said, no, estate land is for the learned people, for the rich. I say, yes, I have made you learned.
Yes, sir. That's right.
As your go-between.
That's it.
Yes. Those who have 20 million you are saying is something they bought it when it was low.
No.
Then when it starts increasing, that's what you hear. So that is an effect. We want to teach you the course.
That's it.
Go and buy and keep. Now that land now, 4 million naira, they are selling it 8 million naira now.
Wow.
A stark illiterate that doesn't even know how to make transfer. It's the children that are making transfer for her. Yet she's a millionaire.
Yes, sir.
Yes. I want to take you back a little bit.
You see what is obtainable
Yes.
Our listeners.
in the life of a Christian. We don't have beggar. What of the one you brought, Ngosika, who came through your wife? She came here crying that I'm frustrated in life. I said, what? He said, when she goes to market to buy banana, she's selling banana and granite. They will reject her. They will not sell. And if she eventually buy, she will come, she will stay 3, 4, 5 days. Banana will spoil. Nobody will buy. I say, okay, come, let me sell you Ocho. That's what they call Ocho. Then, we conducted deliverance for her. Then I cancelled her. After we removed the spirit, she left. Within 3 months to 6 months, in 1-room apartment she was staying, she rented 2 apartments. Within some months, this woman, banana and granules, began to make 200,000 naira every month. She says when she goes to market, she must finish selling before that begins. Because there is a spirit behind herself.
That's it.
So that's what we are saying, that in every good principle, God is behind it.
Yes, sir.
When we apply it.
That is it.
On first, she was here to pay her tithe. Tithe, 20,000 naira, which is 200, comfortable. Then, when I asked her, start another investment, she told me she has saved 6 million naira in banana and granules.
Are you kidding?
Understand?
Yes.
So through that banana and granite, I said, okay, I discussed about estate land. She said no, that she used the money to buy house in Enugu. You understand? Within a space, is it up to 3 years?
No.
It's not up to 3 years. She came here.
The second year.
Wow.
So this is a church that doesn't look for rich people.
Yes, sir.
We look for poor, willing, obedient people who have lost their destiny in the hands of religion. And we have never begged for money since we started this church. Because we raise people who give all they have wholeheartedly to the church, because it's the church that gave them life and gave them money.
That is
And
it.
sow a seed in their life.
Let me take you back a little bit, because these are proofs
Okay.
around.
Yes.
We all are testifiers.
Yes.
Testimony to that. I want to let people know that a church, someone who is a spiritual leader, someone who is operating a church, if you have not passed through business principles, you have not developed, if you have not conquered well through business, I don't think you can do the same.
Okay.
Because I know it is because you have passed through the same principles. That's why they're able to teach
Give
the
it to others.
So I blame the religious, I pity them because they can't give what they don't have.
Yeah.
Look, I want to bring you back to someone who says, like in the church, you pick many people, you make them millionaires. That is it. Some will say, the lazy people out there now, how do I learn a skill? And I don't have money. Who is going to train me? Who is going to adopt me the way I adopted others? How do I begin before I even say, okay, I'll add value to myself and be able to exchange for money?
Okay, that's good. So it's talking about what is going to start. That means the person needs capital.
Yes.
All right? Or what they call in economics or accounting, principal.
Principal.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Then the person should go and read the book of Proverbs chapter 4 or 7. It says money, what?
Wisdom.
Wisdom is the principal
Principal
thing.
thing.
And in all your seeking, seek for understanding. In all your getting, get understanding. So if you have wisdom, as we are sharing it now, truths and understanding, you don't need money to make money. The raw material you need, I was discussing with you today.
Yes, sir.
I see a researcher does not need money to research, to carry out research.
Makes them
It's
lazy.
political. Why? Because money makes a researcher lazy.
Yes, sir.
To remove faster than his shadow. A researcher has a raw material which is built in nature, he's supposed to use. It is when he finishes researching by nature and the resources he has, then that's when he will now say, okay, I need money to fine-tune this, to amplify it, to market this. Now, what are the raw materials a researcher needs? Not money. the raw material is 24 hours in a day. The air you breathe, your thoughts, truth, concentration, and attention. Sincerity. Okay? These 7 things I've mentioned now are raw materials that will enable you. Nobody owns this one except truth now. We are the custodian of truth. Explain truth.
Yes.
Which you can get in the laws of truth. So any tool you need to make money is now available. Okay. Your thoughts, your 24 hours, your attention, your concentration, then you come and pick the laws of truth. Then even if you are sincere, that you don't have anything, we can give you the laws of truth free. So go and study the manual. Yeah? Yes. Then go and study the manual. After studying it, what else are you going to do? Use your 24 hours. That's the greatest currency on earth, which God credits on every person's account each day. The 24 hours you have is what the 24 hours Aliko Dangote has.
So nobody, you
don't need to start with money. We did not start with money. I did not start with money. I started with this raw material, ability to think creatively, futuristically, and making sure that you follow the principles of nature. So when you now align yourself with nature, all right, you begin to see that value would grow up from there. When value grows up from there, then look at you exchanging your value with money, then more money begins to come.
What if it demands the person going to training? Like I hope some people who are watching us. I want to go and learn how to sew for clothes. Okay. And they are demanding 20,000.
Let me tell you. I will give you 2 alternatives. Okay. The first alternative, as we have done, the first alternative is that if you don't have money to start up a scale and you sincerely need it, then that's why people that we have raised here pay tithes. Come, we will give you money to start.
That's right.
Chicken,
yes.
The one is soft, right? Come, we will give you money to learn scale.
Me, New Jerusalem, we flooded.
Watching.
Yes.
Let them be flooded. We have capacity. How many children have we put your skills here? We have the capacity. Let them come. Anybody who sincerely want to learn a skill. Sincerely want to learn a skill and you don't have money to learn a skill. Come. This is what churches will be doing, but they don't know.
Yes.
Yes. With time, we are going to build a vocational center. We sent a tailor to where? To Aba. Now, we paid almost 500,000 naira for him to go and learn how to do tailoring in a perfect form. After 1 year or 2 years, he's going to come back. So all the children that are now want to go into tailoring will follow him free. Today, we have Sunlight Tech.
Computer
engineering. Right? We are spending millions to stand it. So anybody who wants to study computer science, begin from hardware, from him. We have a mechanic in Apuna learning mechanical engineering as a trade. When he's done, he goes to school. After that, everybody will follow them, and so many things. So we are not scared as long as we are solving problems. That's why you pay tithes to us, so that we will use it to raise other people. We are not using it for personal gain. So that's number one way out we have created. 2, if you sincerely want to learn a trade, let me tell you, anybody who is sincere, you can walk to anybody who is doing what you want to do and say, please, I want you to help me. I don't have money, but I want to learn from you. If somebody is learning work in your workshop, you are not helping him. So to say, as he is helping you, you are helping him. Because there is symbiotic relationship in that effect.
Yes.
Why? Because what he is doing, you're enjoying it. And he too is learning to be like you in the future. But people are not sincere.
Yes.
That's why they think it's because they don't have money.
Simple.
You understand?
Yes.
Now, if you want to go to school, many of us hustled our own schooling by selling recharge cards.
Yes.
Even when I was in secondary school, Okada, what is it? A conductor, selling okri card, pushing barrow. We did all that to train ourselves through the secondary school.
We went to farm.
That's so
We
bright.
farmed.
Yeah.
You understand? For money.
Yes.
So there is no time somebody stand out to solve a problem you know see a person to solve problem for. Then when you are solving a problem and you want to use it to learn a skill, dedicate that money coming from it
Yes.
to that learning skill. Go to Obiago, go to Okwosa, go to UNEC, go to IMT, go to ESUT when you were in the old site. All of them know me there. I supply recharge card to all of them. From I use my leg, I trek there. After that, I go to school. Yet I finish without having a single carryover. So sincerity is the primary thing. And living a contented life. And dedicating the money you are getting for something. When a student is ready, the teacher will come.
Yes.
That's what Jesus promised you, that you are going to send a fire back. A school fees payer. Is that why we will speak so that you know? You understand?
Yeah.
But because you are not interacting with nature, you are not sincere to yourself, you are not looking for Holy Spirit. You are looking for your uncle, your cousin, your this, your that. If you trace every rich person, even in a royal family, the person who first laid the foundation of wealth started from nothing.
That is
But he was sensitive to pay attention and interact with nature and lay the foundation. Then when the people subsequently are coming, they think that you can plug money from the tree, forgetting the history and the origin of how their people started. Let's assume I am not in the position of being a man of God, right? Okay. Now, if only my children grow up now, they begin to say, hey, money is this one, that one. Because they did not know how it all started. And there is nobody under me that will pass through what I have passed through. Because I have carried that cross for them. The only thing they are is to enjoy the principles I generated from those things. Yes, know that principle. So these are the two ways for people. There is no excuse for failure.
I think they are hearing us.
Are you listening to me?
Yes.
There is no excuse for failure. And which laws of truth say that truth is a universal property? Nobody owns it. And truth is an open secret. You don't need money to be successful. That's what Isaiah 55 verse 1 is saying. Come all you that are hungry. Come, drink, eat, be filled. Without money. Don't pay anything, just pay attention. So in the presence of truth, you don't pay money. What you pay is attention. Either you pay attention to what you are learning, or you pay attention to spirit. Spirit will come and ignite you. So money is not what we use. Two basic currency we have is what? Truth and time. Then work on it with your thoughts. Then you become a multi-millionaire.
Okay, the servant you have.
Is this question
Yes, so
answered?
there is no room for excuse.
There is no room for
I don't
excuse.
have money, I don't do this.
My parents
Now
did not
let's
train me
come
on
to the beggars in
Okay.
the society we found ourselves, where people, they want to tell you my parents are poor, I'm not doing that, I don't have money to train me. Now that's why I'm begging, or why I'm prostituting is because I need to get money, this and that, taking excuses.
Yeah.
What will you tell them concerning the issue of begging?
Let me tell you, what I have just said is an irony, because children are born in religion, raised by religion. Any religion is evil. You understand? Because they don't teach people principle. they teach people exhausted history that is not relevant in this contemporary society. Like all the so-called religious holy book, is there a computer there? I'm asking.
No, sir.
Is there physics there?
At all.
Is there chemistry there?
No way.
Is there biology there? All right? You find out, then how would society survive?
How?
Is there petroleum in any religious book? Then how do you think society is going to survive? They now cage you with something that is not a textbook. Do you know that biology is greater than any religious book on earth? Biology textbook.
It's practical.
Physics textbook is more important than any religious holy book, the so-called holy book on earth. I'm telling you,
Wow.
and you know, you are seeing the reality.
Yes.
Are you listening to me? Now, he didn't teach any principle. Goliath, this one do that, this one do that. Can we eat it? Okay, I want to see Goliath. He begin to give me empty description. I should have faith. Have faith on what? Why should I be having faith in something I don't see, whereas there are things I see? These are the reasons why Satan is trending. Satan is trending because Satan is not working on faith. If you default, I kill you. He defaults the following night in this. Everybody will see it. You understand? Yes. Now, God is saying if you default, you become poor. Nobody wants to listen. You want to be a beggar.
Imagine.
Nobody wants to listen. The thing about the punishment God gives is like the Satan. He doesn't kill anybody. It's the principle that punishes you. In a situation where you cannot pay for hospital bill, you start looking for whom to beg. Is it not a punishment?
That's right.
As we are saying now. So, there is no principle in religion. If man should be free now, it is through the laws of truth. You come, you get, we have 70 laws. 100 laws of truth, which solves all problems in the world. Just like atomic number, table, periodic table in chemistry that has up to 100 elements, which means nothing in the physical world has a matter that does not contain in that periodic table. That is how laws of truth is. All the laws of truth has a problem they are solving for them that understood it. So we are looking for a book that has principle, not a book that has history or story.
In the Bible, there is a place for the religious Christian.
Yeah.
The Christ said there will always be a poor among you. How do you
Don't worry. I'm still coming down. Remember that as a question. So now, a poor person going to beg, you are poor because you have been dehumanized and dulled by the teaching of religion. And religion makes sure they are the author of inequality. And why they created inequalities that so that people who follow them will not ask questions. So now they come in the pulpit or in their gathering as a pastor or as a imam or whatever.
Yes.
They now tell you that there are people whom God Almighty gifted to be rich and other people is gifted to be poor. So if you are among those that are choosing to be poor, give the poor. So begging has become a right instead of a privilege. So nobody is less privileged in the sense of religion. A person who is privileged is a person who is uninformed.
That's it.
The key word.
Uninformed, ignorant people and religious people who do not know their God. These are the underprivileged. The underprivileged or the less privileged. Now, you are an Igbo.
Sure.
Okay? Why are you not less privileged in speaking Igbo language? Let's come to that.
Good question.
It's a good question. You must answer me.
I was born with that, and that is what
Okay, so if you were born with the principle of becoming rich, it will become a language. You speak a language, money will hear.
That's right.
So nobody will be less privileged. So the religion generated inequality deliberately is a conspiracy to tell you that you are not meant to be rich. This person is decent. Then if you ask them, they will tell you all the fingers are not equal. We have discussed it time without number. If everybody becomes successful, who is going to serve the other? So you are serving because of money. You don't know that you are born here on earth to serve.
Yes.
Jesus said, let the greatest among you become your servant. The Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve. So why you are rendering service to people is not because you are a poor person. You are rendering service to people because you enjoy what you are doing for the service of people, of humanity. How much are soldiers being paid? Nothing. How much are police being paid? Nothing. But still, they are the people that keep the society at a stable state. All right? So the reasonable policeman should know that why you are a police person is not to make money. Why you are a policeman is to do what? To solve a problem. And that's why they are poor. Because they are working for the sake of money. So governments have the power to regulate them. But if they know that the reason why they are solving problem, they are becoming police is not to make money but to serve life. That's when you see a rich man will volunteer
to be a policeman,
to be a corporal, to stay at the gate. At the end of the closure of the door, he will enter his G-guard and drive away.
That's right.
Understanding.
You understand?
Yeah.
Which we do. Yes. Which we do. We are rendering service not to make money, but because that's why we are born here on earth. You can see me if I'm driving, I park on the way, pick people who are going to a destination. Don't give me money. I carried someone one certain time when I was driving the other small car. I withdraw. He said, how much? I said, can you pay me?
it's not easy, sure.
Are you listening to me? Yes. I'm not carrying you because of money. I'm carrying you because I'm going empty and it's my duty. You know, I'm not telling you to do that because criminals are just there.
Exactly.
You are trying to help people who might have a problem. Yes. Don't do that.
You're wrong. Yes.
But I'm just giving you an illustration.
Yes.
That in a society where people are not brainwashed and held hook to believe that money is God and money is truth and money answers all things, then in a society where there is stability, everybody's supposed to be rich. And when you are doing anything, primarily, money is just to render, to solve to meet your needs.
Yes.
You are not living to make money. You are living to render service to humanity. Are you there? So whatever society is giving you is the money that can sustain you. That's why money does not stay in my hand, or I have it in bank, because it has to be moving like water, circulating to people. Circulation is life. It comes to me, it goes to other people that need it, we strike a balance. You understand? Yes. Now, people who are beggars according to you now, look at what the wisdom we extracted. A man of God came, prophetess, come in a congregation of 1 million people, or 1,000 people,
Yes.
and stood somebody up or stand somebody up and say, hey, you, God is going to make you rich. You will be a millionaire. Then the fool say, yay, daddy, prophesy. Prophesy. You see them shifting to the front chair,
yes,
so that they can be pictured and prophesied on. You see, you're going to be rich. That is an infant's prophecy.
That word, infant.
Yes, it's an infant's prophecy. You can't come in a congregation of 1,000 sheep you are leading. Now, this sheep will be full. Now, you pick one person and say, this person, God is going to bless you. So all what you are teaching now is rubbish. Other people are going to be poor. It's only this person now you single out that is going to be rich. Can you see?
Wow.
So if they are not mumus, they would have understood that they are destroyed. Because among all of them listening to you, following you from Monday to Wednesday, is only one person that is qualified to be blessed by God. So this your God. He is a very stingy God. Is what?
Stingy.
A stingy God. So if what a prophet should do is the inverse, the opposite. A good prophet like us, though I'm not a prophet anymore, I'm a servant.
You're a prophet.
Are you there?
Yes.
You will come in a congregation and point out and say, you, among the 1,000 people, you are going to be poor. Because you are disobedient to what I'm teaching.
That's it.
The principle of success, I am teaching. You point to one person and say, now you will now, after service, you say, Daddy, what am I doing? He said, because you drink with the money you make. You smoke, you are abusing the principle. You womanize. You went to village and build a house when you are not mature. So God told me that you are going to be poor.
Yes. Yes.
Among
1,000.
1,000 people following you. That means all other people will succeed except you. That's what Jesus did. He pointed Judas. You see all these people now, both the disciples and the apostles. It's only you. You're a demon.
Yes.
You are a demon. You are a criminal. Out of, because he knows all the other people does not steal. They do not steal rather. And they are going to be successful.
Yes, sir.
Because they are obedient to the truth. He singled out one person. Now it would have been foolish of Jesus, which can never be, singling who?
Peter.
Judas.
And say, yes, it is only you that is going to be a successful person. Then the other people have to go.
There's no need of staying.
There is no need of staying. As long as, you know, that was the question they threw to him.
Yes.
When he was saying in the book of Matthew, chapter 20, when he was telling them that it is difficult for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of God. Difficult to a rich man to enter. It is as difficult as a camel with a heavy load to pass through an eye of a needle than a rich man to enter into the kingdom of God. He said, what? Okay, so you are training us how to be poor. So we are not going to be rich. He told them, no. What I mean is that you can be rich by service. That's when he began now to say, whoever wants to be greatest among you
Should be the servant.
should be the servant.
Glory.
You can be rich not by stealing from people, not by cheating, not by yahoo, not by looking for money, but the rudimentary is become a servant. For I did not come to be served, but to serve. You see? So the disciples were like, okay, if you say rich man will not, so it is not.
Wow.
He began to clear them.
Yes.
Why he said that. So anybody who made money through yahoo, through negative way, cannot believe and follow the principle because he jumped the queue. So it is difficult for him to believe in God. But for you to be a rich person, and the richest even go through the process of
Service.
being a servant. So you find out that it is religion that really orchestrated all these things. I remember one renowned transport man in our place who is international. There was a day he went to his drivers and they were discussing. He told them, I don't sleep at night. I calculate, I reason. Now, the drivers say, wow, Oga does not sleep at night. Glory be to God. But I sleep. So God said, I don't want to be rich. Because I don't want not to be sleeping at night. I was looking at them as a child then. I said, you guys are mumu. Mumu.
Yeah.
He has just locked all of you. He sleeps.
Yes.
He's making you not to steal his money or follow his principle to become a rich person so that you will serve him for life.
Living in bondage.
Yes, living in bondage. Capitalists, the bourgeois, they know. So this is what we have to say. A wicked and evil people and leaders, religious leaders and all that, all right? They measure their success by the suffering of people. Let me tell you now what you must know. So if everybody succeeds, they feel they have not succeeded. So the amount of people suffering while they are claiming to be enjoying is what tells them that they have succeeded.
Really?
What is happening now?
Yes. So, because they judge their success based on material things. So now, if I am driving a G-Card and everybody begin to drive a G-Card, so that equality has come.
But that's what they don't want to.
So I have not now succeeded. So I have to know what I can do so that all these people driving the same G-Card can sell their own and now buy private jets.
Okay.
I can ask them, everybody bring your tire. Then I sell the tire. All right? Cumulatively to go and buy private jet. Then that's when I will now know that God has blessed me.
Wow.
So the wicked, the lazy people, the religious people measure blessings of God and success by material things.
That is
But if success is measured by the things that is supplied by God, not things by supplied by the word, then everybody is bound to the success, and that is the knowledge of truth that gives you peace and experience, which experience is God. So you have to start from there. All those things that are sourced by nature. Why are you rejecting it? Because they have created a competitive atmosphere for you. Then you reject the gift of nature to develop and become a successful person. Then you begin to pursue effects. Because you see somebody who bought a car, you follow. You don't know the principle. You're struggling to buy the same car. But if we should now know that success is measured by the amount of truth you have, and when you have truth, you source it from nature, you source it from God. And when you source it from God, anything sourced from God is limitless. So you can give everybody to become as comfortable and rich as you are, yet nothing happens to your own words. So begging is a conspiracy of those who dehumanize humanity. Let me tell you the game they are playing now in the church. Do I tell you?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Somebody will come to a church. You pay 20,000, 10,000, 5,000 to see a man of God.
Yes.
Something that is sold 1 naira outside, you buy it 10,000 naira because it's anointed.
Yes.
All right?
Exactly.
Okay. So you start spending, then you sow seed, donate. Now it generates 100,000 naira. Let me use it for instance.
Okay.
Right? Then you will now come and bring 20,000 naira and call camera crews to cover you of how you give the other one 5,000, give this person 5,000, and give this person 5,000, and give this person 5,000 naira. They cover you. Then all other mumus again will say, hey, this is a generous man of God. Then they will now rush again and begin to donate. Begin to donate. Then you are robbing Peter to pay Paul.
That's it.
The money they spend on the ground, you just give them 20% of that. Apply, it appears in camera. People begin to trip him. Then foreign nations begin to donate money. If people know what I'm spending here on people every month, federal government will be giving me allocation.
That's right. Which will happen.
But you have never seen me giving somebody money in camera.
That is it.
You remember?
Yes, sir.
Yes. I said it. Money I spend, I can keep it till December on people to develop capacity and people. I can keep it to December. I buy 3 trailer load of rice comfortably. I start sharing. Go to people selling okrika. Ask them, bring clothes. in trailer. Everybody should come and pick clothes of your size. It should start raining. Now we start making too much money. But we don't want it in that way. Because what people need first is truth. The knowledge of who they are and what came into this world to do. So begging is a privilege and dehumanization to a large extent. How can a healthy person beg for money? And when you give a healthy person money without giving him food, you have destroyed that person. So please, if you're a beggar, know that you are under a curse, a spell placed on you, because God in you has not been utilized.
Okay.
And we can be able to sort you out. Have you seen it? Sure. So nobody is born a beggar.
Yes.
If you come in a family, like my family, and as going to happen to all of you, if you come in a family and you people are there, 10 of you are supposed to be successful.
It's an admiration for one.
It's an admiration for someone to be admired. Because if it is true, become the only person speaking your language.
Yes, sir.
Are you there?
Yes.
Be the only person to receive A. It's because they cannot control this. That's why everybody is receiving it. But the one they know they can control, in order to create that inequality, they now have to use a means. The money that is in the world will reach everybody. In Nigeria, will reach everybody and everybody become comfortable when they have value before looking for money. How could somebody bring 1 billion naira and keep it in bank and people are suffering? In your community, in your village. Are you mad? In fact, this their wickedness has even made them animals.
That is it.
This their wickedness, ignorance, and religiosity have made them animals. They have become animals. That they are too inhuman. Give me 1 billion naira, I will raise 1 million people to fullness, capacity, both in and out, spiritually and physically,
Yes.
and financially. All of them will become independent. Just 1 billion naira. Then give me 1 million people, I will raise 100 people. You understand? With that, through the principles. Now, let me tell you, the movement. I think I still discuss with you now in the office. In the embassy of the New Jerusalem, we are going to have what we call universal, how do I say it?
Central
Universal central
government for the workplace.
Yes, universal central government for the helpless. A universal central government for the helpless, is going to come under New Jerusalem Got Talent. New Jerusalem Got Talent is where people that have talents, discovered, invented something, but don't have the money to execute it. You come, when you prove that you have discovered how to use fuel to power machine, all right? You bring it to the table. We confirm it and it is working. We give you millions to make sure that you bring it to fruition. If anybody discovered anything that have never been discovered and prove it, money will not stop you because we have the money. So, a child in a village who come to know about us, just go to your village, take the raw material, the air, the water, the 24 hours, your thoughts, and the laws of truth. Go and start studying and interacting with nature. Just come up with something, either by vision or revelation, or by skill, or by practice, or by training, or whatever. Come up with anything that is going to serve humanity and serve society. Come, prove it. We'll give you all the money you need. So it is going to be New Jerusalem God's talent, just as they have America God's talent. But our own is not for all this magic or whatever. Bring anything on the table. Discover it. Because you have the raw material. We are not going to give you money until you prove that you can solve a problem. Wow. So that is that universal central government of the helpless. We're going to have it under New Jerusalem Got Talent. So in every village, anywhere in the world, just discover anything you want to discover that has not been discovered. Bring it to the New Jerusalem.
Well, there is hope for humanity.
We'll give you everything you need. So now you find out, based on what I taught you people in the business class, Satan pay people to do evil.
Exactly.
And that's why evil is spreading. But churches and religious leaders don't pay people to do good. They give you flyer instead of money.
You claim you are an evangelist.
Yes. They give you
They are
what?
doing the work of God.
Yeah. But if you want to do the work of God, we give you the laws of truth, train you on how to use your brain and think and meditate and practice over something, then you come. Then we start paying people for doing good and being creative. Let me see you that you go and join course.
Yes, so.
Yeah? Then when you come with your invention, we run a patent right with you. We pay you for a lifetime.
Great.
So when youth begin now to see there is somebody who has been secured internally or for a lifetime, never to be poor, then everybody will go on their nails and begin to put all the hands on the deck.
Yes.
And people begin to study on how to invent something into the world instead of joining or joining Yahoo this. The reason why people are going to school is what? They went to school to make money. Then after going to school, you come, you did not see work. Why? Because there is no central point where money is exchanged with value.
That is it.
There is no central point where money is exchanged with value. Because you are expected, after getting a talent or going to school, you come and enter into factory to start solving problems. But it's no longer obtainable. But by the movement of the New Jerusalem, through this New Jerusalem Got Talent, the universal central government of the helpless, all right? Then, anything you discover, come, we have the money. We'll be able to do what? To sponsor it, follow it, and make sure that it starts serving humanity.
Wow.
Well, it's a hope. I keep saying it, there is a hope.
Is that okay? So now, nobody will come from village now to the city and start putting an instead of money. Why? Because you have the capacity and raw material to develop yourself in the village.
Yes, sir.
I remember when we were growing up, there is this man, Sunday, he's dead now. If you see his artistic work, like it's running in their blood. He didn't go to any school, but he can draw, carve things. He's dead. But I mean, why? Nobody could notice that. There are children there in the village who are taking first class. Like if you see them in primary school, like in my own days. If not because I am smart, money would have stopped me from going to school. You understand? So this is what God Talent is doing. And we want to centralize. Everybody must be rich.
Yes.
Everybody must be successful. If money is what is the problem of the world. So, but having a billion, like as we're talking now, there are so many people have here or billions on that. Then somebody wants to do his mother's burial. You donate 3 million. You donate 5 million. Are you kidding me? You think you're a human being? You see? So, I think this is it. You see the movement of the New Jerusalem. We will rubbish everybody. And the religious people, be ready. You see you general of us, yeah? Pastor, with your private jet and all that, you are going by principle. Why you are still succeeding is because mathematics has not come into spirituality. Because when mathematical science come into spirituality, we begin to lose collection of like terms. Equality sign,
yes,
elimination method.
That is it.
Substitution. Is that okay? Substitution method, which they don't want. Now, what do we mean by that? Jesus is a savior. Right? Is what? A savior. Then, who are you? find the value of Y. B-U.
Are you serious?
Wow.
Yes, Jesus is X.
X.
The expire word.
Oh, who are you? That was it. So everybody must find the value of who he is.
Yes.
That's the point. That's what I'm going to.
Good.
You must find the value of who you are. You are a Christian. Give us your report card. That's the value of why.
This is heavy.
Yes.
Wow.
Jesus is a healer.
Yeah.
Yes, Jesus is a healer. Why are you sick? You have a healer. So the value of S, we are looking for it because mathematics has not come into spirituality. Science has not come into spirituality. But here are we with full voltage.
Yes.
You are sick, spending money, begging. You want to intimidate me by your question. Or what of somebody begging? You beg me to bail yourself in the hospital. What made you to be sick
For the first time.
for the first time? Don't you know that Jesus can stop you from being sick if you follow his way? Sickness, 80% is an abuse of nature.
So what about those that have balanced? That from where I come from, everybody's poor.
Yeah.
But my question is poverty hereditary?
Poverty is hereditary. What is hereditary? Inheritance, something you inherited. Yeah. So as long as you are born in a religious family, there is every tendency that you
Inherited poverty.
Are you there?
Yes.
Yes, and it's still disease hereditary. Hereditary. Yes.
You can come out of peace. But this person,
You can disinherit poverty.
Yes.
That's-
So that's what we are saying. No child is born foolish.
Yes.
But every child, many children are born in a foolish and religious family. Is that okay? Yes. Now, we are all born kings and queens by nature, but are made fools by nurture
Yes.
and intimidation. So in a situation where you grow up in a family where your father tells you, it's not easy to be rich. You must belong in somewhere before. You must commit. You understand?
Yes.
Now, the people in the occult hijack this word commitment. And they think that it's killing people.
Yeah.
It's just that you should be committed in whatever goal you are
Doing.
doing. Then somebody tell me, why are you successful? He said, because I committed. Committed what? Crime? No. Committed your time to that. You see, we don't unveil things. Now, by we were explaining what is poverty now, you find out that a place you are born determines, just like we are speaking Igbo now. If you were born in a family, when you were born as a tender person, they take you to Hausa land.
It's a reality. I was bred somewhere and I understand the language. Somewhere in Kogi State.
Okay, Kogi
I was
State.
bred there and I understand the language.
Have you seen it? And you are Igbo.
Yes.
Why not speaking Igbo? You understand?
Yes.
So, everything, truth is contagious, and lie is also contagious.
Contagious.
So, if you grow in a family that is speaking language of poverty, you must speak the language of poverty.
So poverty is also contagious.
It's contagious. You understand? So, now that's it. Words is language. Is a principle. So if you person now who is speaking Kogi, speak it wrongly, you will know. Because you fail the principles of that language.
Yes.
So if you were born a child now and take to Kano as an Igbo person, you grow up start speaking Hausa. So you inherited Hausa by location. You inherited Hausa by what?
Location.
By location, geographically. That is also how you can inherit poverty. Like me, I was born in a poor family. I said to Fiakwa, I
Disinherit.
reject this one. I don't want to. Then I begin to look for principles.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
So immediately, the teaching of the New Jerusalem came to the end of the earth. Nobody will be poor
That's
because
it.
nobody will be valueless.
That's it.
Do you know the meaning? If you tell somebody you are useless, they start quarreling. Why could you tell me that I'm a useless person? You understand? What is the meaning of being useless? Underused. Useless. The fullness of you is not manifested. So anybody following any religion to become a rich person is a useless man.
Wow.
Useless, yes. The less of you is used.
So it's not even an abuse.
It's not an abuse. It's not an abuse. It's a statement. A reality. If you are reasonable, when you are useless, look at a fairly person. God took time to create. You are looking for paper, you can't get paper. This is a disgrace. I think we should start arresting poor people.
Okay. So now there is a question.
Are you there? We have to have a kind of an asylum where the poor people should be arrested and give education. Please, we need fund for this thing.
Okay. Okay.
We need fund for this one.
Okay. But now
we need what? Fund. People need to be coached that poverty is not inherited.
Okay.
If you inherited it, we can disinherit it for you.
Okay, sir.
Then, is that okay?
Yes.
Then can I throw a question based on
okay.
Buying
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So you inherited poverty because you grew up in a poverty-speaking and striking environment. You understand?
Yeah.
Then if you were to be a child of Aliko Dangote, will you be poor?
How? It's not possible. It's not possible.
Okay.
All right. I still want to retain my question, but I think leaving out a question and it's relating to this. And that question is that portion of the scripture where God said there will not like poor people among you.
Okay. No, Jesus said there will always be poor.
There will always be poor people among you.
Yeah, just as we are talking now. There will always be religious people among you. These are the children of perdition who will not abide by this principle I'm teaching you.
Oh. I thought it's like naturally there must be poor people.
What Jesus is meaning there is that you criminal, because the person who antagonized him was who? It was Judas. I was telling him, this perfume they are using, on your legs, let us convert it to money. You understand? Yeah. So that's what Jesus was now telling him. You are a fool. There will always be a poor people among you. You are not asking for the conversion because you want to use this money for something good.
Oh, yeah.
You want us to put it in accounts so that you pocket it. So, as for poverty, we are not going to give you this money. There will always be people who are not going to listen to this word. So, Mary Magdalene, continue with what
But this is not what the religion told us. That's why that is poor.
Yes. So he said there will always be poor people among you, just as we are talking now. There are going to be children of what? Perdition. Who are not going to believe. Okay. Do you know that why this who is that person? Judas. Yeah. Judas was following Jesus. The problem started when Jesus told them that my government is not of this world. He said, what? I was following you to go and overthrow Herod. So that when you win the election, then I'll become a treasurer, a financial minister. Now, on the long run, he said, now, okay, my government is not of
wait,
God. Say what? Okay. No. He lost him, but he has one primary.
Yes.
He has
won the
one primary. Now, just...
Thank God. God.
Yes, my government is not of this one. Say what? He went home, he thought about it, and so okay. Now it is time to say this one.
Because we thought he is. Since I can't make money. Wow.
It is time now we sell this man so that I make the whole money all at once.
Yes.
Yes. Just like the Yahoo people who don't want to work. You know? So at the end of the day, they'll still become poor. Because they gave him the 30
silver coins.
Right. Which he later killed himself. So he was a Yahoo boy among them.
Exactly.
And he later became poor.
Exactly.
Because he was a child of perdition. So as we are talking to you now, there will always be poor among you. But as many as embrace this teaching, they will become successful.
Was that the reason Christ said the gospel will always be preached to the poor?
Yeah, that is Matthew chapter 11. Yes. He says that what? The lame walk, the blind see, the dead are raised, and yet, most importantly, gospel is preached to the poor. So anyone who is a poor person is a foolish person. We ask the question someday. Is it poverty that makes a man to be rich? I mean, timidity that makes a man to be poor, or is it poverty that makes a man timid? You have to ask me. You should help.
You said that timidity makes a man poor.
Yes, you must be timid before you become poor. All right? Yes. So now, religion, false doctrines and false teaching makes everybody to be what? To be timid. You see, you're right. You say, no, God said, Solomon said that the money is, love of money is the root of all evil.
Solomon,
shy away from the principle.
And then you shy away from the principle. Is it Solomon or Timothy?
Timothy.
The root of money is, the love of money is the root of Solomon.
Okay, Solomon even said it.
Okay. Then Solomon also caused another confusion where he said money answereth
all things,
which we have discussed. He said all things under the sun, not spiritual. When you have truth, which is spiritual, truth answereth all things, and will make you poor. So there will be poor among people who, after listening to this, will still find themselves in the upper.
Okay. Then finally, before we draw the curtain to a close, someone that has generated value now, you made mention of another reason why people are poor is because they don't know how to market their value.
Yes.
So now, for a person who has value, how does such a person market that value?
Okay, how you market that value is that don't be Father Christmas.
Okay.
Do you understand? Don't be Father Christmas. Don't be religious about your words.
Okay.
You understand? Yes. Anybody, when you put value into your time, anybody who wants to use your time should pay for it.
Okay.
Which it is still that unconsciousness and religiosity. If you have spent your time building skill over time, don't use it without exchanging it for money. Because when you use it without exchanging it for money, you are going to have a problem. You are not a business person. You understand?
Okay.
Because those people you are relating with, they will run you down. But when you have money as an exchange for the service you are rendering, which Jesus said in the book of Matthew chapter 10, go out, don't carry bag, don't carry money, don't carry anything. A worker is worthy of his wages. Now, when you are solving a problem, make sure that there will be what? A payback. An exchange. Just like me, oftentimes when I go to market, after even people who don't know me, after all these people that help, when I buy something, and after buying something, I say, I don't have change. You don't have change. It's okay, no problem. I take the 100 naira balance. I say, no. You can't use water that is not full to pour on the one that is already overflowing. It's not me. You are the one to take the change, not me. You understand? You see, that's timidity. You don't know me. After that, you say, I should take change. You have to sort it out because you came out from somewhere. So you have to be paid for that service you render.
Okay.
Then if you want to go into charity, set money apart for charity from your earning. Which charity is not wrong.
Okay.
Set money apart for
charity.
But as long as you are your duty post, be mean for what brought you there. Is when after you have finished getting the money, then you can now think of what to use it. A valuable person would not go to village because somebody is doing burial and stay 2 weeks, 3 weeks. He say, it's my brother. That's why I shut down and stayed 3 weeks to go and do burial. Can't you see something is wrong with you? Then, if you are vulnerable, within that 3 weeks, you can get up to 1 million naira. Then send 100,000 naira to him and pocket 900,000. You have maintained your relationship with your customers. You have helped that person to solve a problem he wouldn't have solved. Your presence will not be able to solve them because they don't need you there. What they need you is workshop. So that thing which you generated from that your workshop, send it for that person. So that's what money is doing. But when you become emotional and religious, you will think that spending your time with somebody is helping the person. And by that time, all of you will become poor.
Because time is money.
Because time is what? Money. Time is a raw material. Time is value.
Great.
You get the point? So you should always be conscious of that.
Okay.
That your service must be exchanged with money.
Okay. Thank you so much. We have come to the end of the day. But that does not mean that you are going into business for the sake of money. They are two different things.
Yeah, you sake of money. Yeah, you have asked this question time without.
Today?
No. The business class.
Okay.
Right, but it's still okay.
For the sake of our audience.
For the sake of the audience. But remember the question I asked you. If you eat food, are you eating food because of going to toilet? I'm asking.
No.
Or because you are hungry?
Because you are hungry.
You are hungry.
Yes.
Then after eating the food, will you go to toilet or not?
Go.
Now money is toilet to a person who have a skill.
Great.
You understand?
Yes.
So when you are solving a problem, you are not solving problem because of money. But it is inevitable that you are thirsty to work. As long as you are rendering service, a worker is worthy of his wages.
Balance.
So as long as you are rendering service, it is normal that you are going to make money in exchange to the service you are rendering. So money is a byproduct of the service you have rendered. Are you listening to me? But where you have problem now is after eating food, they tell you go to toilet. You say, no, I don't want to stain the toilet of my uncle. Understand? I don't want to stain the toilet of my uncle. I'm used to going to the bush. Then you carry the toilet and start looking for the bush to go to a toilet. But there is toilet there in your uncle's house. You get the point? Yes. So that is still the same thing of working for people, and at the end of the day, say, no, I don't want to collect money.
Wow.
I don't want to collect money. Tomorrow you work again. I don't want to collect money. Start exchanging it.
Thank you.
Are you listening to me? Yes.
How I wish I've heard this thing.
Earlier than now. It's okay. These two children,
Yes.
Marvelous and
Favor.
They were in my office. They went to either for nursing, pre-science and nursing school. Okay, the other one know how to play it. They got there. The other one was telling me that when they got there, the Favor know how to plait hair very well. She was plaiting hair for free. He told her, no. Servant said, money for value. Now she started collecting money for those that she was plaiting hair for. What happens? Then they start making money that help them to sustain themselves in the school. You understand?
Yes.
Now, let me tell you, if she had continued doing it for free, people will line up.
Yes.
And when people line up, when she finished doing that, they will call her a fool. Why is she going to be a fool? Because she's going to fail in the class. Because the time she was supposed to do sparingly and use it to read, they are using it for charity. So that's why you are getting money in your workshop. You understand? There was someone I was telling people, many of you people here, I taught you, when you go out there, you see a healthy person. You understand? You say you are attaching the person money. No. Even beggars. Didn't I say it?
Yes.
Even beggars. Look at what religion did to people. You see a woman carrying a child and carrying one with her, pregnant under a bridge is begging for money. If you give that person money, you are a murderer. But religion encourages it. Why are you a murderer? Because you are telling that person tomorrow come under this bridge. Continue begging and continue going to that man that is impregnating you. So that they can continue impregnating you. Then the children you are carrying, this is their school now.
Yes.
They are in school of learning how to beg. So if they grow up, train up a child in a way you grow. When he grows, he become a beggar. He never depart from begging. Are you listening to me? Now, check the average number of these religious people who are beggars. Many of them are crippled. Why are they being crippled? Because of carelessness in the time of pregnancy. Wow. Deformity is high because of the thickness of religion. The children are not being taken care of at the time of pregnancy. So polio and all these things, they are now raising. Check.
Yes.
Then, are they different? Is their womb different from the womb of people in the East, in the South? No. It's because of this tradition of beggary society. So a woman who is under the bridge and is pregnant, begging for money, will he go for antenatal? Will she go for antenatal? When he give birth to the child, will he go for any vaccination, immunization? No. The one that is not free, he will leave it. Then, if the person become crippled, he become an investment now.
You'll be using for the begging.
Yes. It become what? An investment. It become a continuum. So it's time we will bring awareness to stop this. Every mother is meant to be successful. Every parent is meant to be successful when you follow the principle, not principle of religion, of inequality, but the equality sign of God Almighty. How do we mean that God is God of equality, not God of discrimination? The air we breathe, is there any person? Do we have Muslim A, Christian A, Judaism A? No. A is A everywhere. That's a sign of equality. What of hand? Everybody is created with 2 hands.
10 fingers.
10 fingers, 2 legs, 2 eyes, 2 ears. Equality. The sun. There is no religion that owns sun. So those things, they cannot intimidate people into. And they see people into, they allow it to flow. But they rush and bring a book and begin to control people there, so that out of threats, I've told you people, yes, the book they call holy book is not holy because it is holy. It is holy because people, through propaganda and intimidation, convince people to believe it is holy. If it were to be a holy God and a holy what? Book, and every word there is spoken by God, it will have been creative as God is. But it is not creative. It will have been working like a physics textbook. As so many religions can cram everything, yet they are poor. But you can't tell me that you know everything in Ababio, in chemistry, in physics. Then you would become a poor person. You must create something and manufacture something.
That's it.
You see? Yes. So the other people are reading book and cramming it and using it to solve problems. The other people are reading book and cramming it to make people poor, to create inequality.
Right. Wow.
You see? It is only in religion that there is no promotion.
Yes.
You go to school of religion for 10 years, you are still don't know how to fight ancestral spirits. You still don't know how to live above poverty. You still don't know how to live above untimely death. Then every service, everybody will still do being there.
So you can, if there's enough to talk. I really feel a bit based on the society.
Yes. It's provoking.
You see?
Yeah.
Society.
So please, the era of poverty is ended.
Exactly.
By principle.
That's it. So
every worker has a reward.
And so
yes, when you pick the principle, put it into practice, wealth become automatic. Leave religion alone and follow reality.
That is it. Thank you, sir.
Thank God for the 2 tickets.
Yes.
Resource person.
Yes, sir. Thank you. That was a very massive justice done to this poverty. You know, poverty has been murdered.
Are you a religious person? If you really want to serve Christ in truth, go to field work. Have I given you people fasting to observe?
No way.
Yeah, if you fast, I'll fast for you.
I stopped fasting this silent.
All right, understand? Go and do work. When church demands anything, the money you make there, give them. Use your time for production. Don't follow them to pray. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Friday, Saturday.
It's a crime. Somebody claims to be your spiritual leader. You pay tithes, you sow seed, you give offering, you work in the church. When you have spiritual problem that they give you poison from the village, you give you fasting. You want to travel to village, you give you fasting. What is he doing? As an acclaimed man of God, he's supposed to do his own spiritual exercise and know how to defend you spiritually because of the contribution you are giving to him to keep him physically.
Yes.
Then he'll keep you spiritually.
Christian balance. I love this.
So everything is dysfunctional
As far as religion is concerned.
as far as religion is concerned.
Concerned.
I told you people, don't go and make money.
Physically.
Make money, bring it to the house of the Lord.
That's
Then
right.
if you have anything spiritually, do you rent your shop in a house of an occultic man? Let him there.
Often couple.
Who deal with the spirit, not the man, who deal with the demon. Are you putting a quotation with an occult man? Come and consult us. We'll go before you to make the crooked places straight and break the pieces the gates of brass.
That's
and
right.
cut ins under the bars of iron and give you the treasure of darkness.
Glory.
That you will know that we know you by your name.
Yeah. Prophet's time.
Are you there?
Yeah.
No occult man challenge any New Jerusalem in the business field.
No way.
Yes, we disinfect you, we send a spirit to you. As long as you remain in obedience, the spirit will go with you and make something out of nothing. So this is what Christ wants. Not that you are going to church. You are running from an occult person. You take that quotation, somebody is sleeping in graveyard that is under a fraternity or anything will come and take the contract. You say, I am Imam Madu.
It's another initial.
Is it?
So it's another initial.
Okay, another initial. Okay,
New
you
one.
think I am is English or what?
Yes.
Imam Madu.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow.
So I am is not English word.
Wow.
Imam Madu. Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
We are learning.
All right. So these are the things. Nobody will challenge anybody who is a New Jerusalem, who is contributing financially to the movement of this emancipation of humanity from Satan, ignorance, and religion. Wow. Yes, we have carried the cross as regards spiritual exercise for fasting on your behalf, 40 days and 40 nights.
Glory.
Without food, without vegetable. So make sure that you disgrace Satan in any angle.
On top of it.
Yes, we are on top of it. You see? So your laborers, you should not muzzle the ox that carry the corn.
Yes.
These people following him, let there be element of symbiotic relationship. When they do the material and financial things, do spiritual things for them. If they are challenging you in business or ancestors, say that you cannot make money unless you come here. Invest in the embassy, the movement.
Yes.
We'll go and catch that ancestor and bury the person's family.
Glory.
Sorry?
I wish everybody be pulpits.
Don't mind them. They are slave masters. They will hear it in a very good time.
Of course.
Yeah?
Of course.
Give the person midnight prayer. Why can't you pray in the midnight on behalf of them? A sheep, a shepherd, a good shepherd does not kill the sheep. You kill yourself for the sheep.
Oh, okay.
That's a
Who
story.
agree?
Yes, you
Yes.
kill yourself for the sheep. You make the sacrifice.
It's wonderful.
Wow.
Have one.
I tell you,
One shepherd.
yeah, it's one shepherd
Two
for the
shepherds.
sheep. Two shepherds.
Standing for the sheep.
Wow.
Day and night.
Wow. I tell you, this is a full voltage. The delivery is awesome. Poverty has been murdered, and Truth Market is into a global revolution to transform humanity. I tell you, this is a place to be. The Truth Market is everything. It has all it takes to get you out of every life frustration. Now look at the topic of today, how to come out of poverty. First of all, you made us understand what poverty means, what poverty entails. And a lot of persons have been poor, thinking that, okay, they were destined to be poor, okay, it is their fate, or that is how it's supposed to be. But he has made us to know that a person that is poor is a person that is, poor in thought, in thinking, in idea. Someone that doesn't have the power, the capacity to solve problems, someone that doesn't know how to market his value. And he gets along to let us understand the causes of poverty. Causes of poverty is as a result of what? Lack of application of principles. A lot of people have been, applying the principles of poverty, which enumerated, people spending more than they earn, not being able to save, and so many other things he mentioned, which I encourage you to make sure you sit back and watch this video again. And he made us to understand that the moment you begin to disobey the principle of poverty, Satan, who generated poverty and the principles, will automatically sack you, and you find yourself in the class of the rich. You become rich when you obey what? When you obey principles. You apply principles. And these principles he made us to understand. So he opened our eyes to so many things as regards poverty. And also from the questions generated so far, you discover that a lot of people will claim that, okay, poverty is in their family. And someone said, is it hereditary? Say yes, you can inherit it when the people that came before you have been maintaining it, but you still have the right to disinherit it, just like he did, coming out of a poor family, but he said, God forbid, I can never be poor. He went to look for the principles of what? Of becoming rich. So you are poor does not guarantee you salvation, does not make you a child of God. In fact, it is a disgrace to the body of Christ. So as a Christian, as a child of God, you are not born to be a beggar, you are not born to be poor. You are meant to be rich, to represent Christ well, and to serve and service life. So we've come to the end of today's episode, and I believe you learned a lot. I might not be able to give you a full detail, but please make sure you watch this video till the end. It has a lot to solve in your life. Also, we have this wonderful material, just like you have seen it. He said that one of the criteria for you to be able, some people don't have the physical capacity. Okay, now he has talked about skill, acquire a skill and then learn it and get value and become rich. But someone said, how capital? So from this place, he made us understand that one of the things you needed as your pre-capital is the laws of truth. When you have this as a principal thing, you have your thoughts, you have your, mind, you have truth, you have sincerity. With all these things, you have already generated, the principle you need. Then, by the time you are able to sit on them and generate value, you can now come to the embassy and say, now, I'm ready to learn a skill because I have acquired truth, I have generated value, I have invented something. And then the embassy will empower you because he has guaranteed that by his word. We also have the Book of Excellence. These are wonderful materials that has a capacity to revolutionize your mind, change your orientation, and give you another mindset of becoming a positive person. Don't neglect these books. Pick them and do what? Give them out to your friends, to your loved ones. We also have the Life Guard. And the new edition of the Life Guard this month says Life Above Money. These are materials you need. In fact, you need them. Pick them up, spread them across, give them to students, take them to schools. Every youth needs to read this Life Guard so that you can live above poverty, above money, and become everything that God has created you to become. Are you blessed? All right, thank you as we come to the end of today's episode, and see you some other time. I am Divine Susie.